today I have a review of a Lego watch. So you see here it comes in this really pretty box with then instructions on how to assemble the watch. And what you get in this particular kit, you get some colored bands that you can change out around the face. You also get some different accent color on the links. It also comes with a standard rubberized wristband. I don't know if you can tell, it's kind of dark, but there is some Lego texture and the Lego logo there on the strap. And apparently there are different models because there's also a place over here where another wristband would go. But on this particular model, it only has 2 extra face rings. Here's a cardboard spacer where a third one would go. And for whatever reason it has a blue 2x4 brick. So it's interesting. I've had this watch for over 2 years now, and I've worn it quite a bit. It's got a very nice metal clasp here in the back. These plastic links hold up very well. None of them have broken. They're not that scratched. Now I do not wear this to work, and so that has definitely extended its life. I work with power tools and building things, and I would definitely tear this up, but maybe if you had an office job it would last really well. Unfortunately, this watch is no longer for sale from Lego. In 2016 I was able to find this one on Amazon, but I looked recently and they were no longer for sale there. There are a few on eBay and some other secondary markets, so go ahead and try to hunt one down. It's a really nice watch, but unfortunately hard to find at this point. But in any way, I don't know if you can tell there, but it is not working. And that is because the battery has died. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to reset up the camera. I'm going to take this apart and show you how to change out the battery. Okay, so here we are set up to change the watch battery. And what you're going to need is obviously the watch. Right here. You're going to need batteries. Now on my particular model, I don't know if this is going to change. In any case, they're 1.5 volt batteries, and their number here we've got is 376, 377. Very small little batteries. Then you're going to need a small screwdriver kit to get into this watch. And so to start, we're going to separate the band. And now you're going to want to, these watch links come apart when the two pieces are at 90 degrees to each other. Hopefully you can see that. So like that there, whereas this first black link is 90 degrees to this blue link. And a little bit of force, they will come apart. Now we can get here. This watch is actually water resistant to 100 meters, it says there. I have not tested that out, but and it looks like a small Phillips to start with. So we will it looks like it's made in Japan. And this watch has a date of 2015, so it looks like a copyright date. So I guess they've obviously been out since 2015, but they're not a very well-known product, but I've been very happy with mine. I wear it to different Lego conventions and things like that. You want to be very careful, these screws are very small. When we get the back off, it does have a rubber ring, and so I guess that's what keeps it water resistant. Set that aside. And then in here you have this plastic filler disc. This takes up room in the watch to keep the components from moving excessively. So you're just going to carefully lift this out. Set it aside. And here you have the actual watch mechanism is very small. And this right here is the battery that we're going to go after. And I don't know if the camera is going to focus, but there is a very, very, very small set screw right here. And it takes a small flathead. You want to be careful at this point because the battery is under tension and we don't want any parts to go flying when we undo this. And actually this first flathead I got is too big. We're going to go smaller. Here I have the new battery. So there we have the battery in place. And I'm sure there's a better way, but when I practiced this, I was able to get that very small set screw back in by putting just a little bit of lip balm on the end of my screwdriver so that I could pick up that tiny, tiny set screw. Just like so. And I'm going to hold the battery down with my finger very carefully as I put that very, very small screw into place. Definitely a magnifying glass would help with this. And you may, if you don't have very steady hands, you may want to actually take this into a store that does watch battery replacement. I've always replaced my own watch batteries, but this one is by far the trickiest of the watches I've owned, just because that set screw is so small. So I'll leave the camera recording here as I struggle to get this guy into place. Yeah, I'm not sure how well the camera is going to be able to show just how small this screw is, but I have pretty good eyesight and I can only barely see that it has any threads. It's just so tiny. And I'm trying to get it balanced in there enough that I can gently start it threading into its hole, and it's not cooperating, as you can see here. Definitely a lot of patience required. Here's I very carefully, I maybe got it started. This is so finicky. Alright, it looks like we have it set. I'm going to go ahead and clean off the screw head. Get all that excess lip balm out of there. And there, we have the second hand progressing, so that's a very good sign. And let's get the rest of the watch together. So again, just simply pop this filler piece in. And the waterproof back. And compared to the little battery set screw, these Phillips are easy, but in fact they actually are very small screws. Obviously you don't want to over tighten because they are threaded into the plastic and you could strip those out, so you're just going to want to tighten them enough to snug down that rubber ring that is keeping the water out of the watch. And there I have them all gently snugged. And the watch links going back together, again you just place those at 90 degrees of each other. You'll hear a click and then you're good to go. And we will go ahead and set this watch. At the time of recording here we are at 9:50. So we'll go ahead and gently pop out dial. We'll go ahead and $9.50. There you are. So here we are once again. The watch is back together, ticking away. I've really been happy with this watch. In the over 2 years I've had it, this is the first time I've had to change the battery. The battery lasts a very long time. I have not worn the rubber wristband. Now it looks to be high quality, and from the quality of the plastic segmented band, I would say that this is also a great option. I just normally use this watch for more special occasions. I don't take it to work, and I don't take it outdoors and things like that. But if you were inclined to do that, this rubber band would definitely be the way to go. A great thing about this too is the colors it comes with. You can every day change up your watch just following these easy to read instructions right on the inside of the lid. Unfortunately, as the time of recording this video, the watch is no longer for sale from LEGO, and it's only out on secondary markets. they're a high quality watch, and there should be some good gently used options out there if you're interested in picking this up.